Hello friend, this is Brenda Carey of Sacred Path Healing, and in this video we are going to do a couple of energy healing techniques to alleviate worry. Now here's the thing with worry. Oftentimes if we consider ourselves a chronic worrier, or if we are worried about someone or something that we don't have a lot of control over, we may not even realize that we are worrying. It's just been a pattern of ours for months, perhaps years, and it's really under the radar, like super subconscious. We have this deep neural pathway that automatically thinks about what we worry about, and it almost becomes an emotional addictive pattern. So we may not even realize that we're worrying. However, if we really pay attention, there is usually somewhere in the body where we carry this mental tension. And I would say most times, not always, but most times it's going to be in the upper body, so like stomach on up. So I really want you to pay attention as where do you physically carry the worry? There might be one main place and a couple other places, but for many people, for myself, it was a lot of like nervousness and like butterflies in the stomach, because as an empath, I was just digesting usually other people's emotions and I would worry about it. For other people, it might be more in the chest. For others, it might be like neck, shoulders, upper back. It could be the jaw. That's actually a sneaky one. The jaw, or like headaches either around the eyes or the forehead. There's usually a physical tension pattern that correlates to that mental tension of worry. And it's not like we have to revisit the worry story, but just start to notice, like, where do you hold that tension within your body? And I was going to say mostly it's going to be in the upper half. So to counterbalance that, if we already have a lot of like swirling energy in the upper body, a lot of concentration in the head because we're stuck in this pattern of worry, we want to draw it down. So the first thing that I do when I start to notice, I'm like, oh, my shoulders or my stomach are feeling really tense, and I'm like, you know what, I'm worrying. I go to my feet because I'm going to draw that energy down, make it earthbound, and start simply by massaging out the soles of each foot. And this is so therapeutic, friends. My other suggestion is, if you happen to be outside and the season permits it, take off your socks and your shoes and get outside in your bare feet. This is called earthing. I'm not going to go into detail on it in this video, but a great way to ground your energy. There's also a lot of science around it. So start by massaging out each sole of the foot. And what I also like to do is I use affirmations to really ground in this sense of I am safe, I am supported. Those are probably my two mantras for when I am in this stuck place of worry. So I am safe and I am supported. And some deep breaths while you say it. Now that's the first part. So when you feel this start of worry, or if you're in the thick of it, go to the soles of your feet. You could even like spread your toes, circle the ankles, draw the energy down with that mantra of I am safe, I am supported. Now the second part is, once we feel grounded, we're going to brush it off. It's this great releasing energy, and it's literally just taking your hands. I like to start with the arms and just brush it off and kind of do it like you mean it, like letting go. Don't need to hang on to this anymore. Maybe it's down the chest and the belly, just brushing it off. You don't even exactly have to know what it is. Maybe it's down the legs, and that exhale really helps accentuate that releasing. Our skin and our sense of touch is how we absorb things. And again, if you are very empathic like myself, we just sometimes draw it all in. Even if we don't really want it, we're just used to doing that. It's become a familiar habit. So just brushing it off, letting it go. Just make this intuitive as to where you feel like you need to just brush it off, and give it a great shake out. I feel lighter already. So those are the two energy healing techniques that I do when I find myself in this pattern of worry because again, friends, it can be very subconscious. We may not even realize it, but we do carry it within our body somewhere. So I'd love to know in the comments below, where do you feel worry in your physical body? Like, where does it show up? Really start to pay attention. And then again, ground it down, ground into that earth element. You are safe, you are supported. Massage the soles of the feet, and then brush it on off with big exhales. You have permission to let it go. You don't need to hang on to it. If you like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future videos on all things holistic healing.